Welcome to another crochet tutorial with Cozy Rosie UK. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can crochet the open scallop. So the open scallop has a beautiful texture where you stack each of these scallop shells on top of each other so they look nice and neat and have a wonderful texture. It's actually quite a simple technique once you've learned exactly where to put your stitches. So this is going to show you not only how to crochet the open scallop, but also how to crochet a wide double crochet two together. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and of course the notification bell so that you never miss out on another one of my crochet tutorials again. Now the materials that I'm going to be using today are very simply a yarn with a corresponding crochet hook. So I have an Aran weight or a worsted weight yarn, and alongside that I have my Furls 5mm crochet hook as well. So nothing special here, we're just going with whatever matches our yarn. If it says to use a 4mm crochet hook on the ball band, you can go for that one. So the open scallop has a stitch multiple of 6. So for each shell that you want to create, you need to have 6 stitches. And then for the foundation chain, you need to add 1 extra onto the foundation. So very simply, we are going to make a chain of 18, plus 1 to make it 19. So we start by making a slip knot and popping that onto our crochet hook. There we go. Oops. And we are just going to start by making a chain of 19. So bring the yarn over the hook and just pull through the loop on our hook to create a chain. And we do that 19 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keep going till you have 19. That's 18 and 19. So the open scallop, we're going to start by working into the 4th chain from hook. So this one doesn't count as a chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, and there's number 4. I'm going to place my thumb just there so I know where that is. And into the first stitch, we're going to create a shell. So this chain 4, or these 3 here that we're leaving unworked, count as a double crochet in US terms, or a treble crochet in UK terms. So we yarn over the hook to start working our shell into that 4th chain from hook, and the shell is made up of 2 double crochets, a chain 1 and 2 double crochets, all worked into that same chain. So we yarn over and insert our hook, yarn over to bring a loop up, yarn over, pull through those first 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. So we're going to place another double crochet into that same chain there, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then we're going to place a chain 1, and then continuing to work into that same chain, we're going to place a further 2 double crochets. So that's 1, and that's 2. So that creates the shell shape in our open scallop. Now the next, what we're going to do is we're going to be working across quite a few chains here because we're going to place a wide double crochet 2 together. So in the same way that you do a normal double crochet, we're going to do it across 2 stitches, but they're going to be further apart. So we're going to yarn over the hook and insert our hook into the next chain, yarn over, bring a loop up, yarn over and pull through those first 2 loops, and we pause there because to make this a wide double crochet, we're not going to work into that next chain. We're going to not work into 1, 2, 3. We're going to insert our hook and work the second part of the decrease stitch into that 4th chain there. So we've already got 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, insert that hook, 1, 2, 3, skip those, and insert that hook into the fourth. Going to yarn over, bring a loop up. So now we have 4 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2. That leaves us with 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a what's called a WDC 2 together is the abbreviation, or a wide double crochet 2 together. Now it does have one extra step compared to a normal double crochet 2 together, because we want to get the height that we need across those stitches. So once we've skipped those 3 and we've worked our wide crochet across those 5 stitches, we're then going to place another shell into the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over and work 2 double crochets. 1, 2, going to chain 1 and work a further 2 double crochets into that same chain, and that's number 4. So we've got that shell shape, and then into the next one and across the next. So we're going to work into that one, skip, 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 and work into that one, placing a wide double crochet 2 together. So we yarn over and insert our hook into that next stitch, yarn over, bring a loop up. We should have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through those first 2 loops and stop there. We're then going to skip the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work the second half of the decrease into that 4th chain. So we yarn over the hook, insert into that 4th stitch along, yarn over to bring a 4th loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. Got 2 loops remaining, so we're going to yarn over and pull through those last 2. Into the next stitch we're going to work our shell, so we're going to work 2 double crocheted stitches. That's 1, 2, going to work a chain 1, and then we work a further 2 double crochets into that same chain. And we should now have 1, 2, 3 chains remaining. So we're going to work the wide double crochet over these remaining stitches. So we yarn over and insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, bring that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2. We stop here and we're going to work the last leg. So we skip 1 and work the last leg into that last chain. So we yarn over, inserting our hook into the last chain, yarn over, bring a loop up, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2 to finish. So that completes the first row. And as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 shells, and at each end we have a sort of decrease. So going into row 2, we are going to chain 3. So we simply bring the yarn over our hook and pull through 3 times. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Going to turn our work, and we're going to skip the next 2 stitches. So we're not working into here and we're not working into here. We're working into that stitch next to the chain space. And in that stitch, we're going to just place 1 double crochet. So we yarn over, insert that hook into the stitch next to the chain space, and work that double crochet. So at the beginning of this row, the chain 3 and this double crochet counts as a wide double crochet 2 together. And very easily, we're going to place our next shell into that lovely chain space. So we yarn over, insert the hook, and work those 2 double crochets. We chain 1, and then we work a further 2 double crochets all into that chain space in the middle of the shell from the last row. So they start to stack on top of each other. And then we are going to work our wide double crochet. So you've got your shell, your next shell here. We're going to work it into the stitch in the shell from the row before, all the way over there. So just as we missed 3 last time, we're going to do the same. So we yarn over, insert our hook into the stitch next to where we've just worked, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to skip the next 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work the other half of the wide double crochet together into that stitch next to the chain space. So we yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, bring that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're then going to place our shell into the chain 1 space here. So we insert the hook to work 2 double crochets. We then chain 1, work a further 2 double crochets into that same chain 1 space. And then we're ready to do our next wide double crochet 2 together. So we yarn over and insert our hook into that stitch next to the shell, yarn over to bring a loop up, then yarn over to pull through 2. I'm going to skip 3, so we've worked there, so skip, 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 and then we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that stitch there, yarn over, bring a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to place our final shell in that chain 1 space there. So we work 2 double crochets, chain 1, and work a further 2 double crochets into that same chain 1 space. And we're going to finish with a wide double crochet, just as we did at the end of the last row. So we're going to work it into this first stitch next to the shell, and then we're going to work it into the top of our chain 4 from the beginning of our first row. So we yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through those first 2. Let me do that again. I don't know what I just said there. So we yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, bring up a loop. That's what we should have said. Yarn over, pull through 2. And then to finish this row and complete this wide double crochet, we're going to find the top of that chain 4 that we originally worked. Just see mine there. We're going to yarn over. Yeah. There we go. Put my hook, there we are. And work the final part of that wide double crochet. So pull through 2, and pull through 2. If I straighten that out, you can see how those shells are stacking on top of each other. So we'll do one more row together. Let's go on to row 3. And actually, we're just going to keep repeating row 2 up until we've reached the length we want to achieve. So we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to not work that one, and place a double crochet into the top of that stitch. And that counts as our wide double crochet 2 together. And then we're going to work our shell into this chain space here. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then a further 2 double crochets into the same chain space. and then we need to work our wide double crochet 2 together. So we yarn over, insert our hook into the first stitch after the space, yarn over, bring that loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, excuse me, skip 3, and then we're going to insert the hook to complete the wide double crochet, yarn over, bring a loop up, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. We then got to place our next shell into the chain 1 space, so we yarn over and work 2 double crochets. I've run out, I've got a knot. Oh dear. There we go, untangled that. So we work those 2 double crochets into the chain 1 space, chain 1, work a further 2 double crochets, then we do the wide double crochet 2 together, so we yarn over, insert our hook, bring a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, skip 3, so 1, 2, 3, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, bring a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Once again, we're going to place our last shell into that chain 1 space. So we work 2 double crochets, chain 1, and a further 2 double crochets. And finally, oh no, I've skipped one. Oh, here we are. Yeah, finally, we're going to work our wide double crochet into this stitch here and into the top of that chain as well. So we insert the hook, yarn over, bring a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we work into the top of that turning chain by placing the rest of that wide double crochet 2 together. So we've got 4, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. It's quite a small swatch. You can make it bigger just by adding more multiples of 6, and it creates this beautiful texture so you can see your shells really clearly. And it's called the Open Scallop because it has these extra spaces in between, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my new favourite stitches. So you can continue to repeat row 2 by doing that chain 3 and working along by placing your double crochet into the 3rd stitch, working into the chain space to place all your shells so they do become stacked up on top of each other as well. So you get that lovely open effect where each of your shells is worked into. I really hope you've enjoyed this crochet tutorial. If you would like to see this stitch being used in a pattern, there is a link in the description box for you where you can see not only the crochet tutorial, but also you can see my pattern that uses this stitch as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and of course don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you always receive notifications whenever a new crochet tutorial is available.